bow, Blues Clues.
Blues.
Were you in the era of Blues Clues?
No. No. We've been over this.
Barney?
You did not miss
Street?
the dude. Sesame Street, yeah. Who wasn't part of Sesame? That shit's been around forever.
My generation?
Why does the top of my foot hurt?
I just casted a spell on you.
Rude.
Cast a succubus spell on you?
Oh, yeah? To just use your crystal balls?
No, I'm just into feet.
Balls.
Okay.
Balls.
You think I have more than one?
I don't know. I do not know. I don't know. But we reviewed our first porno. No, not really.
Yes, really. Welcome.
Welcome. What the hell did we... What did we do?
This was pornography. It was just a pornography shared amongst friends.
We watched a porno called Nightmare Sisters.
Yeah. Apparently, a so-called film came out in 1988.
Straight to direct. It was direct to video.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Good.
But welcome to Tangents of Horror.
Hey,
indeed. I am Brandon.
and I'm Steven.
And he doesn't like chocolate. And today, we are reviewing Nightmare Sisters.
You can't get me started on this right now, because you've just mischaracterized me.
I did.
I enjoy chocolate, not this fairy tale land that you live in where chocolate cake is considered a chocolate flavor.
Well, it's at least a flavor.
They call it that. It's a lie. It's all a lie.
Steven doesn't like chocolate donuts where the bread itself
Is
or
the chocolate.
dough is the
Yeah,
chocolate.
I don't like chocolate cake for the same reason, but I enjoy donuts that are covered in chocolate sauce. I like chocolate ice cream.
There's no chocolate in this movie though. There's a pie.
That that's right.
There's two pies.
Cream.
And they waste them.
Yeah. They're so clumsy with their little fingers. Slips right out. Gets all over them.
So rude. But I do kind of want pie now, I'm not going to lie.
An American Pie?
No, this movie kind of reminded me of that. It was very
You're turning me off of American Pie, and you shouldn't do that. If you ever...
You can never get turned off of American Pie.
Well,
You've seen American Pie? That's surprising.
No.
I'm not...
So, as a potential person who would watch American Pie, you are doing it a very bad name, because I know it's a good movie.
Well, I'll be straight with you. This wasn't a horrible movie. It was just missing half of what it should have had, which...
Right.
It shouldn't... I don't know if I would even categorize it as a horror movie. Very little, other than the succubus demon.
Yeah. And that's...
Which happened more than halfway through the movie,
Which
probably.
is also a popular storyline in porn.
Is it? I guess.
This has just about as much storyline as one of those videos I'd see on the internet.
I mean, the internet?
This has about enough lore. I've seen some big feature ones, Star Wars parodies. This is a succubus
parodies
parody.
of everything. This was directed by David DeGateau?
Oh, France.
Maybe. Sounds like
that could explain it. Those French filmmakers are crazy.
He actually directed my favorite Puppet Master movie, which is Part 3.
Part 3.
The greatest Puppet Master movie. I don't care who you are. And he also did Sorority Babes in the Slimeball Bolorama before this one.
It was a thing about sororities.
That's what I was thinking.
Bolorama? Who knows?
Well, maybe he was just on that mindset.
Yeah.
Because apparently they finished that one, and he used a bunch of the same actors from that, and then used the producer's house that he was renting at the time or something, and just shot a movie in it.
Yeah.
I don't know how they probably just threw the script together. And I'm not going to lie, as cheesy as a lot of the script was, there was a lot of good one-liner jokes and stuff.
Yeah, the jokes were funny. The punchlines
really
were good.
I was very surprised.
Oh, I wish I could remember one off the top of my head.
I've got some written down, but a lot of them happen later on, so we'll get there. But the opening, we watched the opening twice.
Nice, you got to watch it twice.
I got this movie, and we kind of started to watch it at the end of one of our nights when we were doing reviews and whatnot. And it was too late. We only watched the opening and then stopped, and then we rewatched it today, including the opening. And because of that, we kind of understood it a bit more. Because one thing about this movie, which is a B movie, direct-to-video, is a lot of the audio kind of dips in volume here and there.
Yeah.
If they're too far away from whatever microphone they're using, which I don't think was a boom microphone, their voice would cut out, or the music was too loud. Honestly, there was no thought when they were editing this movie. It was just thrown together. Oh, this seems good.
I think everything was first shot, too. I think they didn't want to waste film. And so they just did everything in one.
Either first shot or the first shot that they were able to get through.
Yeah,
because there were
too.
the first like 3 scenes, or each like 10 to 15, 20 minutes long, maybe even, of just one shot of people. Like the first scene is this lady named Amanda going to like a fortune teller.
Yes.
And she's looking for her husband, who she saw leave somewhere with a weird woman, she says. And so the fortune teller, Omar, who has the worst...
He's doing an Indian accent.
It's an Indian accent,
but it doesn't make
know
sense with the character he's dressed up as.
Yeah, I don't think that's what he was going for. And it dips in and out, too. Like, sometimes it'll go away when he, like, tries to shout.
Yeah.
And it'll change. And, it was too... But her accent was pretty funny, too. She was trying to be, like, Southern. Yeah. Oh, my.
Yeah.
So bad.
Oh, what's that?
And the first time we watched this, I thought he was being possessed by the husband and she was talking directly to him, because that's usually how those work. Like, I'm going to find your husband in the spirit world. And
so
it seemed to be a replay of what happened to her husband.
What I assumed is that he was was pretending the whole time and was just doing it to get his rocks off.
Who, Amar?
Yeah. So Amar was like a little perv. Because I think he alluded to the girl's sexuality already, like, oh.
Well, no, that would make sense. Except at the end, he does get he gets grabbed by the succubus and brought into
which
the
is why
ball.
I think he's not involved with the demon itself.
No, I think
he had no powers and was just pulling her leg, so to speak. Which is why he asked for the money up front.
No, I think it opened the portal. I don't think the succubus just came through, because it was his crystal ball.
I think so,
because it was his crystal ball. So I think he kind of put a curse on it by opening that portal, and then it became a portal to that succubus that they had to destroy later on. That just came to me.
Okay. Hey.
But that would just make sense, because if she's going to him, I don't think she brought the ball and was like, I need to find my husband.
No, the ball was there.
Yeah.
But until he lit the 2 candles and did the same ceremony that the other girls did?
Yeah, exactly. He called the succubus on.
Okay, I just thought it wasn't on purpose.
I do. Well, it was on purpose to find out what happened to the husband. I don't think he knew it was a succubus. That's what I mean. I think he was trying, because usually when in a movie, when you go to there's a scene with a crystal ball, the person doing the seance is possessed by the person they're trying to call on, and they usually have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
That's why I was confused the first time. Then the second time you realize it's the husband, because the husband's like having sex. So I thought he was teasing her like, I'm in the afterlife having sex with someone.
Yeah.
But it turns out it was him with the lady that she saw him with,
yes.
which was the succubus.
Okay.
Which is weird that the succubus is now in the ball, though.
Yes. Okay.
So that part's weird. See, the more you talk about...
I'm not completely convinced that that's it, but it's really, I guess, the only explanation I have for...
To be honest, I don't think it's anything, because I think they just wrote it in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think you might be giving it too much credit than it is due.
Well, when it comes to a B movie or movies that are just thrown together,
you have to fill in the lines.
You kind of have to use your imagination.
I mean,
because to me, it's like someone sitting around a campfire, or even telling like their kid, "Oh, Dad, tell me a horror story," and it's someone who's just really good at just coming up with something. Okay. So not everything always connects. Well, especially if they just threw it together after making another movie. Maybe they had, like, it doesn't really go into detail. I don't know if they had extra money or if they just wanted to.
They had the equipment
use
for
the
longer.
Actresses, because these actresses, you know, you got Linnea Quigley, Brinke Stevens, Michelle Bauer, and a lot of these people are from a lot of B movies, like Return of the Living Dead and shit.
Do they also get
so
naked in those?
I think they just wanted to get them in another movie while they were all together. Sorry, what were you saying?
Do they also get naked in those?
Return of the Living Dead, yeah, she does.
Okay.
There's like a big story on that one too. It's kind of funny.
Oh my God.
Because she had a bush because it was the 80s.
Yeah.
But how did it go? Like the producer, someone had a problem with the bush, so they ended up shaving it, and they're like, "Oh no, now we can see too much." So they ended up putting like a fake skin thing there. So she basically looks like Barbie down there.
Oh my God.
In the movie, yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, which probably made a lot of people confused back then. 'Cause in the 80s, you don't have the internet, right?
Yeah,
so people were watching this movie, probably like pausing it and being like, "Oh yeah, this big scream queen is actually fully naked," and they're going, "I just look like a Barbie."
Yeah, I would love for like some like 13-year-old to rent it with his buddy from the VHS store and have never seen one in real life, and this
and
is
just
the
think
first time.
that's what it looks like.
They are just a Barbie down there. Statistically, it's happened.
So the opening ends, the opening ended. I like the ending of the open. Probably my favorite part of the movie. The hands come out of the crystal ball and rip Omar's head off, and then just hold it to the lady. Yeah, the succubus is very Exorcist, Evil Dead, very foul. Not very foul mouthed, but border.
Do we know what the Exorcist was possessed by in the Exorcist?
Just
films?
like a demon from hell.
Just a demon from hell.
It wasn't like the devil, but it's like because it says its name and stuff. I forget what I can't remember. I like The Exorcist, but I'm not a huge fan in the sense where I've seen them all a million times.
Bahamut, Lucifer.
I would go into all of his other names, but I'm blanking right now. Beelzebub. That's another one.
Yeah.
Beelzebub.
We can do it. Beelzebub.
Satan. There's another. That's an easy one.
I've heard of
Santa. Satin. Oh, that's sexy.
Sexy
satin Satan.
Sexy satin Satan.
Sexy satin
CA.
Satan Santa. Satan and Santa. Oh, what's going on there? Mrs. Claus. I have no idea. So,
are you saying she's Satan?
I have no idea. Is Santa Satan?
Or is Mrs. Claus Satan?
Maybe.
Or it's like a cute little relationship.
A sexy. Maybe they're all Satan.
Even the elves?
Could be. Those are demons.
Now you're starting to make sense.
They have pointy ears.
Yeah,
they're actually that's horns.
And those are horns. And they dress up in cute little green
Krampus.
clothes. And that's why they need to go Arctic Pole, because they're too hot. They give off hot heat.
Speaking of Satan,
they're causing global warming.
The rock and roll intro music was pretty badass.
That's my favorite.
I liked it.
I liked it a lot.
It was fun to listen to.
I forget what he was saying. Succubus. That's right. No, it was just succubus he was repeating.
Yeah, a lot of the songs were just them repeating stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was mostly the same band throughout the movie, except when I always mess up on her name. Is it like Linnea or Linnea? I always forget, but Quigley. She sings one of the songs, which was probably one of the best shot parts of the film, which was pretty funny.
And it's not saying much.
I wonder if the director was like a music video director at one point. Because it was very 80s music video, like all over the place. Let's throw an electric guitar at this part. Oh, no, now she's going to do this. Although it's not hard to just throw that kind of thing together.
And it's a product of its time.
I'm surprised there wasn't a random car there that she was just like draped over just of course, in the house.
Yeah.
That would actually been funny. So when we're introduced to these three girls, they're pretty interesting. Great acting.
It was, it was the whole sequence of the glasses.
Bravo for this scene, though.
Yeah, went out for a long... Well, they threw in a few hidden cuts. There were some cutaways where she would grab something and it would actually be a close-up on her hands so that the actors didn't have to act for...
When they were on the couch?
Yeah, looking through the box of things, yeah. There was some sneaky cutaways so that the actors could at least have a breath and fucking read a
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, because those are long...
So there were a couple cuts. Yeah, but no, there
was like 5 minutes each.
It was insane.
Yeah, 5 minutes like 3 times.
Because one of them comes home, I think it was Marcy. Marcy comes home from like a flea market with just a box of crap.
Yeah.
And of course,
she's a
the
thrifter.
Crystal ball.
Yeah.
And a cup that's like, that cup was really badass, except one, they were pointing it away from the camera.
Yeah.
And it was like a skull cup because you could see the teeth.
Yeah.
But it was the back of its head. I'm pretty sure that was a blooper.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I want to see that. That would look
maybe
badass.
Maybe they kept the price tag on so they could return it later.
Oh, maybe.
That's it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I did like, that was one of my favorite, or my first lines that I liked jokingly.
Yeah.
Because she takes that out and she's like, I think this would look really good somewhere out here.
Yeah.
And one of our friends is like, no, I think that would go really good in your bedroom. Just like over the top, because it's the ugliest thing she pulls out of the case so far. And then one of them, I don't even know if they mention the crystal at first when they pull it out. It's very just nonchalant.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a very quick sequence.
Funny how that just ends up at a flea market.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can, yeah. Because I guess we would assume Omar.
It's got to get there somehow.
Omar's his name?
Yeah.
It was trapped in a crystal ball. And then I guess his shop got foreclosed. And they sold all of it. They liquidated all of his stuff.
That makes sense.
To a flea market.
Does he kill Amanda in the opening?
You would assume so, right? There's no puff of smoke to indicate it.
Yeah, because as soon as does she run away? I don't think it shows what happens to her. It just like rips his head off, and then it's just his face.
It might be a mouth and the camera into a mouth shot.
Well, no, he does. Oh, we forgot to mention that he's saying a bunch of stuff which
Yeah.
you can't really understand again because the volume keeps going up and down. But he ends with like time to start the intro: a 3, a 2, a 3, 2, 1. And it takes like a second to actually, like the beat is so off. The editing was just off by like a millisecond, but just enough to notice this the pause. Oh my god. I was pretty impressed with the one shot scenes. We get introduced with the other 3 main protagonists.
Antagonists. No, I see. Nerds,
the
girls.
first 3, the girls, I guess, they're not really antagonists because it's the succubus that's the antagonist. Haha.
I think they had a little bit because they had a whole jungle room. I think they're a little pervs already.
The succubus set that up, though. I think that was like a mind thing.
I disagree.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
There's no way because it hasn't been proven that succubi and incubi can do that.
Well, look at the music video scene. The guitar just randomly showing up, the smoke, her outfit. I think it was all like mind
No, I think that girl
fuckery.
in real life was a musician. I think.
Well, she was, but not like that because we see her singing at the beginning. I will say this: it did set up a lot of stuff really well, though. Like they did have that kind of not like as good as Edgar Wright, but when
don't even speak his name near this movie.
Shut up and let me fucking explain myself. When Marcy comes in, it opens with her playing piano and singing really bad. So it's almost kind of like they're using their, like, I was going to say, not their strong point. Like the things they want to be good at.
I don't know.
Their dreams, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
And they use it to succubus the guys into them, I guess, or whatever. Like mess with their mind. But it did, like, she plays that at the beginning. She ends up, I don't know where the jungle came from, though. That's not really called back. Because the other girl becomes like a candy girl.
Yeah, a candy girl.
Well, I don't know what else you would call that. She just comes in with the pigtails and the lollipop.
Yeah, you got it.
But the jungle doesn't make sense. Because that was the only one that was a set. Like, he opened the door, and there was, like, leaves and drapes and...
This just could be indicative of the girls' lives normally.
Maybe.
She's got a tiger room. She's a big fan of tigers. Maybe she wants to be a veterinarian when she grows up. Maybe a zoo vet.
A zoo vet?
Yeah, a zoo vet. That's what they would call them. I'm in the industry.
Are you in the industry? That's cool.
Maybe the other girl just really likes dresses and picnics and
You'll
stuff.
have to tell me about that sometime. But yeah, they call the 3 dudes that we're introduced to, who are they kind of the heroes? I mean, they call the priest. The priest is the hero.
The priest is the hero. Yes.
They did think of calling.
That was for their own protection.
And they do another call back with this snoring thing, which I love.
Yeah.
It was annoying at first.
Yeah, but during a whole phone call sequence, but then
they got me. They got me.
Big tape recorder under a pillow.
It was so annoying. So basically, the 3 girls want to have a party just with these 3 guys. So it's basically a party to sleep with them because it's 2 groups of nerds.
Yeah.
Not even a frat party, which I think they try and like put it off as at first. But when they call the dude, for some weird reason, he's in a room hanging out with his friends while one of them is sleeping.
Yes.
Even though it shows a full frat house.
Yeah.
Although I guess they're hiding from the polo wearing.
Well, I guess
do you call them?
They're like roommates in the frat house, I would assume. They all share a room.
I don't know. The other 3 guys make it seem like they're in the frat. Oh, you can't go against the rules
they're
of
in
the frat.
it. Yeah, but they have a residence in the frat house.
So this confuses me then. Like, I know this movie was just thrown together, but I don't think we really have like frat houses here.
Not really, no.
So in my mind, movies always made it seem like you had to go through all that horrendous shit to be part of it. This movie almost makes it seem like they were just kind of in it somehow. Because I don't see those 3 guys doing hazing or anything.
Well, here's what I assume. That they have residency in the fraternity building.
So they were just put there by like the housing.
And if they have to follow the rules, and if they get kicked out of the fraternity, they're homeless.
Oh, no.
Which is why they have to stay at all costs. Which is why they got tied up. And still said, man, come on, we're following the rules. They were still fighting for it.
So they're invited to a party.
Yeah.
He's still snoring.
Yeah. Glasses kid.
And I love this because they escaped this house from the frat guys or whatever you would...
Big boss.
What do you want to call them?
The goon squad.
The goon... That's good because they call them that.
That's right.
Yeah. So they literally escape the house to go to this party, but the 3 frat boys are so into them that they have to follow them to kick their ass
Well,
to
they're
the
jealous,
house.
obviously.
But when they go to find them in the room, we hear the snoring again.
Yeah. But
Were you tricked? Did you fall for it? You didn't laugh as much as I. I thought it was fucking hilarious for some reason.
when they, the arm.
Well, they walk in, you hear the snoring and an arm sticking out of the blanket, and he goes to grab the arm to wake up, bitch, and he just pulls the arm
like
out.
A mannequin arm.
Just a mannequin arm. I don't know why it was so funny. It was just so well done. Nothing, eh?
I mean, it was funny.
Simple mind, I guess. I don't know. That's what I mean, though. My biggest problem with this movie is there was no gore.
No, yeah.
The effects they did use were good for a B movie because it was just like 80s lightning and green glow.
Yeah. Even they had a whole ghost, the ghost when they defeated the ghost that was a puppet. Once he threw the final thing to kill it, she like turned into a whole CG thing and then disappeared.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. They should have at least just either, I know it would have cost a little bit of money, but even if you didn't have money, even if they used like corn syrup or some just brown syrup coming from the succubus's mouths, or even on the ghost, or like use some sort of jelly or gelatin just to make it look oozy. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it was just the whole movie's too clean. Oh, well.
Trying to think, no one
quote unquote clean except for the 30 minutes of pure boobs in the kitchen and
in the bathtub. Did anyone get blood on them at any point in time? No cuts? Yeah, I don't think so.
There was like 3 penises that were bitten off.
Yeah.
No blood. They were very clean when they ate those
2 penises, 1 balls.
Well, they say cojones or whatever.
So you would assume balls.
Well, no.
Because she was biting the side of his leg, too.
Oh, at the one point when you see 3 of them, they're nowhere even near his penis. They're just kind of like shaking their heads. But no, when they find, like when the guys come over, one of the girls is like, let's have a seance. So they bring out the crystal ball. And the guys' reactions when the girls are possessed and shit, they have no the reactions are not real through the whole movie. Until one of them randomly is like, I think maybe they were possessed by the ball. Like, maybe. Because as soon as they're possessed, they're naked.
Yes.
Through like the rest of the movie. Until they have their like costumes to bring on the characters. Bring on the men's fantasies or whatever. Even though it's kind of their fantasies, sort of.
It's the girls' fantasies for sure in their normal lives.
Another really random thing was that they tried to make one of the girls look fat.
Yeah.
And I did not get that at first, because when she first comes on the screen, when they're all sitting on the couch,
she's just wearing puffy clothes.
But she has like a towel around her head, so it looked like to me like she was going to be like a 80s aerobic person. But then the next scene, she has like stuff in her cheeks.
Yeah.
And
she's
like
eating profusely.
Is a moo a real thing?
I don't
know. I remember it
know.
from The Simpsons when Homer Simpson wants to get so fat he doesn't have to go to work.
Yeah.
He goes and gets a moo, which is basically like a dress, and that's what she's wearing. Because when they're wearing Twister, it's just
Yes. Yeah.
But then when she becomes a succubus, she's nowhere near fat. It doesn't even look like the same person because they make her look. She's the tallest out of all 3 of them, but she looks really short the rest of the movie. So funny.
And they could get a whole full face of makeup and their hair changes completely.
Why? Because I did read they did their whole, like their own makeup and costumes. Yeah. I wonder if in the script it said she was supposed to be a bigger girl, or if it was her idea to do that.
It was, It didn't tie into anything.
No, it was very random. Like it didn't have to be there at all.
Like there's no comment of it at all. She was just nervous and she ate a lot.
Because there's the one scene
where she didn't want to do the seance.
Yeah, but right before that, she's sitting with the guy that she likes eating.
Yeah.
And then it turns away and it looks at the table and all the food's gone in like a second. Just, I don't know. You could have just went in so many other
The director
ways.
is actually a bit chubby.
I know you don't know that because you...
Type in his effing name, dude. Don't you dare accuse me of not knowing.
Why would that even make sense anyway? You're confusing me.
He is. He's a bigger guy.
Not really.
Look at his chins.
Oh, that's just mean.
No, he's a bigger guy. It's not mean. It's objective.
Those are all face shots.
Oh.
You can't tell. But no, look at this.
His arms are built. But look at his chin. He's got folds.
I'm getting chins.
You have
I'm
a
getting
beard.
there.
I can't tell.
I have a beard. No, my beard is not my chins. It's on my chins.
I don't understand the difference.
I just thought it was really random.
Yeah.
Really fucking random. What do they say about girls with glasses? That was random.
He just asked that, and he said, "You know what girls say about? You know what they say about girls with glasses?
They're blind."
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Sometimes it's stigmatism.
Row. That was fucking annoying. There was a lot of annoying sound bite type.
Weird sound effects, smooching sound effects that didn't need to be there.
That was so funny. One of the succubuses is basically licking a dude's chest, but there's kissing sounds going on for some reason. Like, why overdub that?
Yeah. At all.
Were you not watching it when it was funny? Such a B movie. Anything else? Oh, Omar makes a return when they do the seance. And because he warns them.
Yeah.
Because he got stuck in the crystal ball. His crystal ball.
Although one inconsistency, only one in the whole movie.
Oh, no.
When they're all tied up on the ground.
Yes.
And she says, destroy the crystal ball. It's the source of her power.
Mm-hmm.
But then the two other girls said they don't remember a thing after they got free.
Well, like, they don't remember, like, the stuff they were doing.
But
because they're asking her, do you remember, like, killing that or whatever?
But do you understand why I'm pointing this out? The blonde girl that says, destroy the crystal ball. It's the source of her power. She has no context for believing in that.
It might just be like because the succubus was in them. They might just have residue of like what the succubus knows.
That's disgusting. Residue?
Yeah.
That's disgusting. It's revolting. Succubus residue.
We're stoners. What residue is?
Residue pisses me off in every form.
Why? Aw.
Sticky and it gets everywhere.
That's what I mean. Maybe her thoughts and stuff were still stuck inside of them.
Oh, all gunked up in her brain?
Yeah.
Oh, yuck.
Because I bet you if they asked her later on, they wouldn't remember.
It's like
she wouldn't remember.
You know, you forget your dream in the middle of the day.
Exactly.
You have such a fun one.
See, now you're getting it.
I have such a fun dream, and all the time. And I had one recently. I woke up and it was so fun. And I'm like, wow, it was an adventure. And it was like 3 different stories. And sometimes, there was a Ferris wheel and I went to the future. That's true.
Like the Ferris wheel took you to the future?
No, I saw a Ferris wheel and then I went to a different room. And then I came back out and it was the Ferris wheel, but it had like a different architecture around it. And so I assumed I was either in the past of when it first got built or was the future. Never mind, but I forgot it all.
Oh, well, how could you forget if you knew there was a Ferris wheel and
That's
that
all.
you were traveling to the future?
There was so much more. It lasted 30 years.
So you lived So you lived to the future. You didn't go to the future.
Back to the future?
No, because you're not in the past.
I am right now.
Technically. Depending on how you view it. Now we were in the past.
No, we weren't.
Well, we're not in the past. Now we
were.
Now we were.
Now we were.
Now we were.
Now we were.
And now we were too.
Okay.
No matter what happens, we were in the past.
We were. And we are in the present.
There is no time travel in this movie.
There's no time to spare.
There's lots of time to spare. Whatever that means.
Girls with glasses.
I love when Omar, I wish this actor was in it more because his cheesiness was the best, but I like how he's explaining to them what's going on and how he's trapped in there and just ends it with, I'm trapped in here. Ooh.
Yeah, he's a goof. I called him a goof at that moment.
And yet he's trapped in an alternate dimension.
He always does a bit. Money up front, please.
Anything else, though, I couldn't understand when he was saying.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to tell. The only thing I understood was he was warning them about the girls being hurt because the guys were like, well, what about us? Technically, they were going to get hurt, too.
Well, the priest, yeah.
No, I'm talking about Omar in the... when they first do the seance and turn into the succubus, he's warning them that the girls are going to get hurt.
That's right.
Even though they don't get hurt.
That's right.
Omar. Don't worry, I'm a plumber. That was funny.
When was that said?
I was hoping that was going to be the reaction. And this is funny that they didn't think anything weird was going on either. When the 3 frat boys take the other nerds' places with the girls.
Yeah.
And that's why the nerds don't get hit or eaten.
Yeah.
The one frat boy, the girl comes in and he's like, "Oh, hi, I'm a plumber. Someone just like called me.
Oh,
Like that's like you literally said, "Oh, I'm just a plumber. I had to come fix something."
oh
It's
my
their
God.
house.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Oh
Proceeds not to like notice that anything's wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, okay, I'll make out with you."
yeah, yeah. Well,
Like-
that's what I would do to my plumber.
I almost wonder if this movie is making fun of pornos, because that right there is the intro to a porno. Oh, hi, I'm a plumber. Where like let me fix the pipes,
To be fair,
and then drops his pants.
I think porno movies make fun of porno movies.
Oh, 100%.
It's a self.
They're very meta.
Yeah.
Very meta.
Yeah.
But this is the 80s as well. So I think that kind of like cheesy,
Yeah.
over the top porn was like big,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a thing at that point. Because the 70s porn movies were like movies with plots.
Yeah, yeah.
And 80s, I think they got more cheesy. And this seems to be something that's like fully making fun of them. Oh, haha, we have our tops off. Let's go to the kitchen.
And spill cream
And
pie
then,
all
here,
over.
you cut the pie. Let me
Yeah.
have the first piece. And just grabs it with her hand and
Yeah.
starts putting it all over her chest and shit.
Messy
And then,
eater.
oh, let's go to the bath. And then the nerds being like, no, I don't want to.
Yeah.
And then another 20 minutes of them just in the
Just
fucking
in the
bathtub.
bath. Well, you got to get your shots.
Oh, of course.
Well,
But I'm kind of, I'd almost want to, well, there's apparently a commentary on this movie, and I kind of want to hear it to see if they'll mention like what, like just where the script came from, where the idea came from, why they did it, other than just them being on the set of another movie and wanting to do another one, I guess, or leftover script from that movie.
My view of it is very nihilistic with that aspect, where I think it was a let's do a quick money grab sort of movie.
I mean, a direct-to-video, there's not much money. Although this was around the time of the boom of the VHS.
And like, let's film something as cheaply as we possibly can and just include nude scenes so that it pays for itself.
I can see that.
And then that's why I have the sort of disdain that I have for it, is that I think it was a movie out of ill intent.
Not necessarily. Do you know how movies worked at that point in time, though? Like, no, like with rentals and shit. I'm being serious. 'Cause a lot of people
I
don't
didn't know. It was a vague question.
Well,
how
no, because
movies
not
worked.
everyone in houses had VCRs
Yeah,
of
yeah.
movies. Up until like the early
90s, yeah.
between the early and mid 80s, you had to go to the movies
Yeah,
to
yeah.
see one. You
Yeah.
didn't own them.
Yeah.
So when VHSs first became a thing, they were like $100 each.
Yeah.
So like rental places were the only place you could really rent one affordably, but they were buying them for $100 each. So there were all these people going, well, why don't we just put out straight to like direct to video movies? So they just buy them
Yeah.
up, and that's where we get our money.
Yeah.
So I think this just fell into that. So it was like, oh, we have a bit of extra money. Let's get in on this new wave
this
of
boom, yeah.
selling videos. Because this guy did Puppet Master as well. And that whole movie company, Full Moon, is all about direct to video.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
right. Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of for that. So that makes sense. Good point.
Yeah.
That's a good catch.
And I know that they reshot a bunch of scenes to make it less than a R-rated film. I know that they reshot all the nude scenes in this movie with the same girls in lingerie so that they could release two separate movies.
100% they did not.
I know this for a fact.
No, you don't.
He
There's
gets
no
me.
way.
All
You
right.
know this for a fact.
Live in your ignorance, I guess.
If it's a direct to video, they're not.
All right. I guess get in the comments.
You think. Are you serious, though?
Yes. And he has to fact check me.
I fucking do, because that's stupid how you would know that just from watching the movie. And it's a movie that's direct. Where would you have seen it? Trivia. Let's see here.
There is an alternate television version. It was literally just go back.
There's an alternate television version that's shown on the USA Network that is edited for language with all nude scenes cut out. There's no.
Keep reading, big boy.
Also. Also, just so everyone who's listening knows, this is on the trivia page of IMDb without even have to open the trivia part. It's just the main one that they show. That's how we know.
Because everybody knows.
It also adds additional scenes shot for television that replace the deleted nude scenes, including alternate transformation sequence of the three girls wearing lingerie. Okay. So the part where they're in front of the crystal ball, I thought you meant like all the nude scenes.
Yeah, those ones were cut, and then there was
there's no
alternative scenes put in. So the bathtub
So
scene's
that'd be
out.
weird. So there's no kitchen scene, no bathroom scene. That's like half the movie.
Now you're getting
That's even
it.
interesting that they even put that on TV, because I read something saying whoever put this movie out, like the company,
Yep.
either went under or changed
Oh, yeah.
like whatever, but they didn't like put this out, or they lost 2,000 copies or something like that. So it's just weird that they would even make a television one. To be honest with you, I didn't know about this movie until we did it.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. That's interesting that there's a little more backstory than I assumed. But
Yeah. And that's the art in filmmaking.
Why not just rent a porno movie as one of the review titles? Yeah, it's true. It's very, because
my opinion is coming to fruition.
Because when you do like look at the weigh both sides of it, there's a lot more boob than there is any sort of spookiness.
And
to
they
it.
invested their most amount of cameras and effort on those scenes as well.
But like you said, if this was made to be like a direct-to-video, that's a very easy way to sell it.
Yeah.
Oh, look, 3 of the biggest scream queens naked together in a tub. Buy the movie.
Especially when you go to the video rentals and go to the XXX section
Look at the
and see that.
The cover of the movie is just them naked with smoke around
Walk into the back room of a video rental. I'm taking that.
100%.
I'm renting that
You just
movie.
opened my fucking eyes.
100%. I was an 80s boy.
Yeah. Okay.
In the back rooms with the red curtains, smoking my cigar.
Oh, man. Suck on my chimney.
Oh, my God.
That was another one of the songs. I think this was when they were in the bathtub, because I'm picturing the guys looking through the keyhole.
Looking through the keyhole, getting a great shot.
It was the same band, almost the same guitar as the opening song, but it was. I couldn't understand the first line, but the second line was "Suck on my chimney."
Yeah, suck on my chimney.
Yeah. Oh my God,
beautiful.
And you can't find the soundtrack. I tried to look for it on Spotify. It's not there. Probably for good reason.
Oh.
Except for the opening song. I did like that one.
The opening song, Succubus, yeah.
That was really nice. Yeah.
I'd put that on the
That was a word to describe it. That was a really nice song.
That was a really nice song. Oh, Lordy May. It was a really nice song.
And then we got the Red Room, where all 3 of them go after the dude. That was annoying because they had the circus recording.
Yes.
Hurry, step right up for 10 minutes.
And they kept replaying the start of it. So you just kept hearing, hurry.
It's like they were editing it, and the music, because it was playing in the scene, was being edited.
Yes.
And every time it was just the hurry. Oh,
every time it was cut, it was the beginning of the song.
Oh my god. And then it becomes pretty much a ripoff of Exorcist. They call in a priest. He blatantly says, "I'm
Exorcist.
the guy from The Exorcist," but they didn't give me any credit.
Yeah.
Which was pretty funny.
Yeah. And is it? Go find him.
Who is it?
Is he James R. Sweeney?
No. He's not the guy.
He has a name, Jim Culver.
No, it's not the guy from The Exorcist. I knew that was right away. Dude, they would
He's
not...
in Seinfeld. What
I
episode?
can see that.
Oh,
is he... I think I might know who he is in Seinfeld.
In one episode, Aronson as James Sweeney.
I think he is the... Can you imagine stand-up comedian? Oh, that's not the episode. I think it's the one where he has to look after a dude's dog that he met on an airplane, and the dog's like ripping up all of his shit, and the guy, he can't find the guy, so he gets like a detective to come in, and it's this old guy that keeps doing this bit with him. I think that's him.
Oh man,
because he would have been because he was already old in the movie we just watched.
Now remind me, who was the lead role in Naked Gun?
Oh shit.
He should play this role.
I want to say Leslie Nielsen.
Oh, you're right.
Is that right?
That's Pink Panther and Naked Gun, yeah.
No, it's not Pink Panther.
Yeah, dude, he was a Pink Panther at one point.
No, you're thinking
Come on. He has white hair.
No, you're thinking of the guy you said.
There he is, Steve Martin.
Yeah.
He's the same guy.
Okay, so during the movie, Steven said, Steve Martin should have played the priest.
Yes.
Now he's saying Leslie Nielsen. Now I'm realizing he thinks they're both the same person.
No, I think they're the same character.
Leslie Nielsen has never been Pink Panther.
No, you're
That's
thinking
basically
of it too.
what Naked Gun is.
I'm not talking Pink Panther. I'm not talking Naked Gun. I'm not talking Priest. They play the same character. They live the same and breathe the same air. That's what I'm saying. Leslie Nielsen, Steve Martin, and the priest.
Why? 'Cause
they have white hair, and they play a sort of similar role. That's why they.
You need to watch more movies first. I don't know if I would put Leslie Nielsen and Steve Martin.
Probably not, but they look the same. Can you at least give me that? They have white hair and they're white people.
So that was my point. You just thought they were the same person.
No, they look the same. I look into people's eyes. I look into people's souls. You can't realize that. You can't understand that.
All right. One of my other favorite lines in this movie was the three nerds are trying to figure out what to do with them just before they call the priest.
Yeah.
And one of them's like, I think something's inside them. And because they're frat boys, the other one's just like, maybe we should get their stomachs pumped.
Yeah.
Like, there was so many great lines like that. Yeah. And I'm almost wondering if they, like, whoever wrote the script reused those in bigger, like, movies.
Yeah. O.J. Simpson isn't the Naked Gun.
He was an actor and a football player. He was originally supposed to be the Terminator.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Oh.
I can't remember if he was ever signed on or actually, but he was thought about when they were thinking of people to do it anyway.
And Weird Al.
I don't remember, dude. I haven't seen that movie in forever. Did you want me to close this? You're ADHDing on me.
I can't spell. I have dyslexia.
Anything else we should say? The priest comes in, Exorcist. We see the true form. Very creep show.
Yeah.
Cover a creep show looking true form. Maybe be a puppet from a creep show.
One of my creature feature tops for sure. Just for that sequence.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I loved the sound effect. Okay, some of the sound effects were really stupid, but when they throw the potion and it splats, that was fucking hilarious. Like full-on video game splat noise.
And the shot was really good too. He's like, what do you think of this? And he just throws this blue object at her and it
she
bounces.
Sneezes.
Yeah.
And she sneezes. The succubus just sneezes. Like, what the hell? And then they figure out they have to smash the ball. So they use a football play, which was really random because they're supposed to be nerds through the whole movie. And they're just like, do that play you did last Sunday during football practice. Like, oh, okay.
Oh,
and he just runs and grabs the ball and throws it at the house.
In the 80s, all boys played football.
It's not true.
What?
Some of them played Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
Have you not watched Stranger Things?
I've never seen those people go outside.
That's fine. I don't either. We're inside right now.
What?
We went outside to get pizza, and that's about it.
Oh, you're right.
It was good, too.
Yeah, and I think they're starting to recognize us.
It's about time. We need to get a sponsorship with Domino's because we eat Domino's pizza every time we do a podcast, which is every week.
And Hatsune Miku got a sponsorship with Domino's.
I don't know who that is, but that's good for them.
Yeah.
That's they worked hard for that. I can just tell.
She's a robot.
What?
Yeah, so one of my favorite scenes was in the end sequence when, she disappeared. What happened after she disappeared? How'd they wrap it up? Oh, right. The girls just...
What do you mean how they wrap it up? We found out that the whole movie was a Twister commercial.
That's right. That's
literally how it wrapped up.
Yeah, that's right.
I was waiting for like the overdubbed voice of... Yeah, Twister.
Yeah.
Now available at all major appliance stores.
I love the priest.
That does make sense.
Okay.
All major appliance stores. Maybe. Twister.
Play it in your oven.
That was like another weird setup. Because that Twister scene earlier in the movie was like 2 seconds long. And they didn't even play it properly. No. They spun the wheel and they were like, right hand red. And they all put their right hands down. It was like, no. You go one at a time, and then it just cuts away and it's over, and we're like, oh, all right. And that's just, so it's like a callback to end the movie.
You know what? I bet no one on set legitimately knew how to play Twister.
I wonder if it was new.
Maybe.
I wonder how old Twister is. That's interesting. Let us know in the comments below.
Hey, if you made Twister, let us know. We'd love to have you on.
What was your inspiration? Was it this movie?
Oh, interesting. It was this was actually the launch for Twister.
Maybe Twister didn't exist, and when they made the movie, they made Twister.
This is their Shark Tank pitch.
So it was a money grab.
And here we are, the 80s, a dirty, dirty time for dirty, dirty boys.
All right, I'm not going to lie. It was a fun movie to watch.
Okay.
Horrible porno.
Okay.
Not a great horror movie.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I think it was a average to decent porno I think it was a shit horror movie, and it's a dishonest use of my time.
Did you want the time back, or you wanted? I was actually surprised because you were like, "No, I'll watch it," because we knew it was not going to be good.
See, I like shitty 80s horror movies.
That's why it's good to have Steven on the podcast, because he's not afraid to be like, it might be a bad good movie.
Yes,
but in the back of his mind is like, oh, please don't be a shitty movie. Welcome to being a horror fan. No, because 90% of the time you have to wade through shit to find that good one. That is shit, but good shit.
Here's what I'll put you:
golden plated shit.
There's good shit. There's bad shit. Mm-hmm. Like so bad it's good.
Yep.
Then there's bad. I think this is under the bad. It's not so bad it's bad.
This one's a weird category. I think this one's
dishonest. I think this one is a porno disguised as a movie.
I can see that. The dishonest, that word makes sense.
Yeah. Because I don't think it has the spirit of making a film.
And to be honest with you, if it didn't have so many boobs, which I'm not complaining, they were nice boobs,
I would have taken it more seriously.
It could have easily been one of those movies for like preteens to get into horror.
Yeah, very much so.
Because there's no gore, there's no anything really except for orange lightning, green smoke, and a lot of lighting.
Nitroglycerin.
And basically the succubus costume, but that was very much obviously a mask.
Yeah. If they were to just bite the necks of their victim and say they were vampires, easy.
Which I thought it was a vampire movie at
that's
first.
right. Oh yeah, in the description it does say vamps.
I must have gotten it from somewhere. Does it say vamps in the description?
It does say vamps. Okay. Yeah.
So maybe whoever made the description never actually watched the full movie.
Yeah, they just
watched the first half and they're like, oh, or saw pictures of the teeth.
Yeah, the teeth, and they're like, oh, those are vampires.
Yeah, it was too bad they didn't just put a little bit of... a little bit of blood.
Give the people who are watching it for a movie something to watch it for, other than filler to wait to get to porno for those people. I understand that both those people are watching those kinds of movies, the moviegoer and the porn watcher. At least give something for the moviegoer, is what I would say. It's kind of
like, okay, they were thinking, let's make a movie to cash out on with the whole direct-to-video boom.
Yeah.
People paying fucking hundreds of dollars for one video. Yeah. So we're going to put lots of boobs in it.
Yeah.
And they had that in mind when writing the script and then forgot to kind of teeter more into the scary aspect.
Yeah.
Because the story's not horrible.
Yeah, you could do something.
It's very American Pie horror movie.
It's your cabin movie. It's your cabin horror.
No.
Essentially.
I mean, like, it's a sorority, like...
in idea, not in location.
I mean, it does have a very Evil Dead-ish where it's like the possession.
Running
and
around
even
the house.
The fouled mouth, like...
Yeah.
That was another thing. If your movie's going to be unrated, just let them be more nasty when they're talking.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the succubus itself. They were very tame.
Yeah, very much so.
Like if you're trying to call back to The Exorcist, that is fucking some nasty talk.
You don't want to teach bad manners.
Whoever's watching this movie, I don't think you have to worry about that. Because half the movie is just boobs.
The people who do watch this movie are the people I'm worried about.
I was very impressed with some of the one-liners. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it. We laughed.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those ones where like someone will bring it up and be like, "Yeah, I watched that. Should I watch it? Maybe once.
Yeah.
I'm not watching it with you.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch From Dusk Till Dawn because that's kind of the feeling I got from it. And actually, if you're listening, I think that's the next movie I'm going to get Steven to watch because it has the same feel, even though it's vampires.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are they
seductresses?
And that's just it. There's one scene because it takes place in a strip bar.
Okay.
And the owners are vampires. So one scene, one of the strippers is very seductress.
Yeah, seductress. See, whatever. I said it really good the first time that I think I threw off your confidence.
Well, we've been saying succubus all episode.
Succubus,
so...
seductress.
Oh, there's another one.
Succubus seductress? Oh, that's a rough one.
We need to start writing these. We can make a book of these because we come up with one every other
Succubus
episode.
Succubus seductress.
You got to add one thing after it.
Yeah.
Succubus seductress.
Or maybe in the middle.
Suckleberry.
Okay. Suckleberry Finn?
Sure.
Okay.
Is a suckleberry a thing? Or is that just like another name for a nipple?
For a nipple. A suckleberry. I've never heard it uttered in my life.
Did I just make it up?
I don't want to say no.
I'm sorry, guys, but I'm looking this
He's
up,
typing
and
in
then we'll wrap
suckleberry.
this episode up.
Guys, if you know what a suckleberry is, leave a 5-star.
It's definitely alcohol.
Okay, it's an Urban Dictionary link.
Attaching a live salmon to a pregnant female. Oh, no. Don't read that. I don't know if we'll get in trouble.
I mean, it's nature.
That was not Nate. Did you not read the rest of that? That was a kink.
Well, it's...
No, did you not read the rest of that?
Most kinks are things of nature. It's all natural processes. He's... Oh, before broiling the fish. Oh.
That's
might be
interesting.
They might be stepping over the line, but some people...
I mean, it's our podcast.
Some people eat placentas.
We're not like on a Twitch stream.
Have you ever heard of that? Eating the placenta after birth?
Attaching a live salmon to a pregnant female's breast with the goal of filling the fish with breast milk before broiling the fish in its own juices. There.
I mean, broiling the fish in its own juices, that's just cooking the
it's still
fish.
Filled with
milk.
Breast milk.
Doesn't matter where the milk came from. You filled a salmon with milk and you broiled it.
That is not what the description says, Stephen.
That's what it's... That's
it specifically says where the milk comes from.
Sure, but all milk's coming from a breast.
Do you not...
You filled a live salmon with milk and broiled it.
You attach it to them first. Do you read the description?
So if I did it to a cow, would it be any more immoral?
Yeah, because you're just putting a salmon on its boob. That's weird.
It's weird, but it's not immoral.
Well, maybe not. I don't know.
Some things you do are weird, and I don't say you're immoral because of it.
Well, we're all weirdos on this podcast.
Well, of course. So I think this is completely fine, and I'm going to start putting suckleberry in my lexicon.
I'm going to start putting that in my vocabulary. It's a great word.
So that's what lexicon means.
Succubus. What would you say? Succubus, seductress, suckleberry. Succubus,
seductress, suckleberry.
All right, we should wrap this up.
Thank God you didn't say it a third time, or else I knew something was going to happen. You said it twice, but you didn't complete the third one.
Okay, so what's bad about that?
You didn't like Beetlejuice it. Like something bad was going to happen.
Oh, you thought I was going to call on...
Yeah. I thought something... I felt the energy in the room.
See, now it would have been good if we were doing a Beetlejuice episode. That would have tied in really well. I've only said it once. You said it.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, it's got to be the same person that says it.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought if it was just mentioned 3 times. Because I remember in one of them...
There's only one Beetlejuice movie.
There's some horror movie, and it was sort of Beetlejuice adjacent, where in the entirety stretch of the movie, I don't know if it was the same character, the name was said 3 times, and on the 3rd time, he suddenly appeared, and it was like into the movie.
That rings a bell, too.
Right? And I don't know if it was the same character, but yeah, I don't know if it was a Beetlejuice film.
What was that? No, I know. It was like a mummy or...
Ooh,
oh, no. What was that?
Amakarazak?
Was that something we watched recently?
No.
Well, no, because that was just too on point with something.
Yeah. That's something specific that I've never watched.
Because someone tells someone, like, this is the name that shall not be spoken. Yeah. You can't say it 3 times.
Yeah.
But then he says it to someone as he just said, like, told.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's going to be weird.
Well, get in the comments.
Yeah, if you know what we're talking about, I'm not going to think of that.
Get in the comments about that.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know movies where they say a name 3 times throughout the course of the movie, and he appears on the 3rd. Here's do your homework.
Oh man, that's all right. Well, rating. I'm probably gonna give it like a 2.
Okay.
No, don't do the same as me. Do your own.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Don't worry.
I'm going with you.
2 is generous. I'm between.
You did not enjoy it as much as me, so fucking give it. Get her done.
I know, but I also want to be fair.
I know.
I don't want to give it the lowest score ever.
It was direct to video. You don't have to be fair.
0.8 out of 5. I think that's fair.
0.8 out of 5. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I can be comfortable with that choice. The fun one-liners, I think there were certain actors that I really liked. Omar was hilarious. The priest was hilarious.
I ended up liking all of them near the end, to be honest, except for like the frat boys. They were the main dicks.
Characters, honestly. They had funny one-liners, but I didn't feel anything for their character.
Yeah.
They were just saying funny things in the script to me. But I think I enjoyed Omar. He was a great character. The priest was a great character. And a funny puppet with little hands. 0.8 out of 5. Give it a watch for those. Omar's great.
Interesting. I like it. That was a good rating.
Yeah.
Let us know what your rating is while you're rating us on Spotify.
Now,
with those
guys,
stars.
I just did it the other day. You have to go to our main page, Tangents of Horror, on Spotify, and click rate. I think it says leave a rating, or it might show the rating.
I think on your phone or device, it'll have like a little thing under our name that says rate.
Yeah.
But on the computer, I think it's the 3 dots you hit, and it says rate this show.
Oh, okay. Rate this shit.
It's not too hard. You got this.
Give it a try, guys, right now.
You can give us anything from a 0.8 to a 5-star.
And that's only fair.
It is fair.
We asked
and be fair.
Spotify to get rid of the 0 to 0.79.
Well, to be honest, I don't even know how to check it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we rated it just to...
Yeah.
I wanted to just see, and I don't know where to find our rating. Nope. So... But rate us. Don't let it take away from you rating us.
If we push through to 100 rates, we'll be on the map. I crossed my eyes while I was doing that.
To everywhere.
And to all, a good night.
Yes, but before that, you should follow our socials.
Twitter,
Instagram, all the cool, basically the cool ones.
We don't have a Facebook.
No, I said the cool ones. That one's gonna like MySpace.
We're going to be looking into getting an MSN chatbot. It's
called MSN Messenger. See, you're so young.
No, like an MSN chatbot. Remember when they got chatbots that you can add on MSN?
No.
That was on the later cusp end of it. Where you could add these robots that would talk to you.
Yahoo!
You were on Yahoo?
Do you remember Yahoo too?
I remember Yahoo.
I just remember that from the commercial. It was a little flower, right? Was that Yahoo? No, I don't think so. That was something else.
I've only seen movies reference that.
Is Yahoo a thing still? Or was
it's one of the most frequently visited websites because I think it's still the homepage for a lot of new Internet Explorer users. I think they might.
Internet Explorer's not around anymore. Didn't they get rid of that?
It's Microsoft Edge. Sorry.
That's what they call it now. Okay,
right.
Now we're just going. Okay. Thank you for listening. Follow everything. Tune in next time, and don't forget if you find a crystal ball, your penis is in trouble. Succubus.
Succubus and succubi.
And suck on my chimney.